Hi there, it's time for a video with Debbie. I have a really pretty design that I'm going to do for you today using KoKo&Claire Design Gel. So not only are we going to stamp, but we're also going to add some dimension with this gel afterwards. So I've prepared my nails that I'm going to be working on today. I'm not working on my own because they need to be filled so badly, it's almost embarrassing. But I have made these, so we're going to use them. This color here is called Zara, and it is number 381. Beautiful, like a pinky, not pinky, maybe peachy cream. It's just such a pretty color, and it goes on in like one coat. I did do two coats just because I like to do two coats, but it goes on so beautifully. And then this color is the one, so that's 288. You could use Little Lamb as well. What is Little Lamb? Little Lamb is 152. That would also work just as a base. And then you put a coat of vintage blush over top, 052, and you get this just kind of perfect dusty rose without it being too dusty. Just takes, yeah, that's just a really pretty color. So works nicely. That's what I've got here. I've also top coated already with just Shine. And we're going to use this plate. So this is Cabana CJS 388. And then for our fruit, CJS 154. Okay, so let's get started. We're jumping in first here with our Cabana stripes. And we're going to do, let's do the thumb first. And we're going to grab yellow 233 and 256. I like this kind of, it's not too green. It's just like a really pretty leafy green. And the yellow is really subtle too. Let's hope that it shows up on this peachy. I think it'll look pretty nice. We're going to use this image over here. It's a double. So this plus this is going to give us, wait for it, this guy right here. Oh, look, it's even yellow and green. Where'd your inspiration come from, Debbie? So original. Oh boy, that's okay. So I want the green to be the littler ones and the yellow to be the bigger ones. So let's go ahead. Now, this thing isn't huge, so I don't have to fill the whole thing. I don't want to waste product. I'll open up my stamper. I'm just going to tuck these extras over here out of the way. Grab my scraper. I'm going to be right in behind. Now, when you're doing lines, scrape once and then immediately give a really quick, very deliberate pickup so that all of those lines stay uniform. Now, these are naturally not uniform, the ones that are on this plate, this particular image anyway. They're not meant to be uniform, but you still want them to pick up properly. Okay, same thing when you go down on the nail. Once you decide and hover over top, decide where you want it, don't mess around. Just get it down. Okay, you don't want to roll it on. You want to just hover over top, decide, and press. I'll show you with the next one here. Now, yeah, you can see it. It looks good. It looks good. There's enough contrast there. Now, where is my sticky pad? Clean off this stamper. See if I can get through doing one without splitting my jelly. Is it too? Have I already done it? Oh, is that a split? No, it's not. Okay, good. Let's just polish. If you press too hard on these tips, you will split your jelly. It still works, but it's nice when they survive at least, one set with me. My goodness. Okay, here we go with the green right next door. So that said too, if you're working on a client or working on yourself and you've got super pointy nails or really sharp edges, like you just like those super square sharp nails, just be aware with your jelly that if you're pushing too hard or too rough with it, you're probably going to split it. They are delicate. Okay, and after I'm done this one, I'm going to zoom in here a bit too so we can see a bit better. Now I'm just looking down the center of this guy right here and this guy right here. I'm going to get that lined up. As soon as I like where it's lined up from above and I touch, I'm just going to own it and go. Okay. There we go. Now we've got our stripes. So yeah, let's get all our stripes down and then we'll do our top coats, and then we're ready to go on to our fruit. Okay, so that's one. I want to take this guy, and I'm going to use these wider stripes with just a soft pink. Now, which soft pink do I want? I think I want to go with 68. Let's see. What's that going to look like? I think that'll actually be super pretty. Or do I want to go over the pink with a cream? Oh, let's do that. Let's use 222 and let's go cream. Okay, so I'm not going to use these on a diagonal. Let's see here when I pick it up if we've got enough. Oh, look at the wow in that one. And I don't think, well, let's take a look. Let's hover over top here and see if this bottom corner will fit without giving us, no matter what I do there. Oh, hold on. I might be able to save this. I'm just worried about up top because I want this to just go straight across. So no, let's pick it up again. Let's not risk it. I mean, not that we wouldn't be able to just start over on this nail because it is gel polish, but still, let's get it lifted up properly for what it's worth. Okay, grab this guy again. Oh, I'm supposed to zoom in, aren't I? A little bit. I like to give you an idea of what's happening around the plate too, how I'm dealing with things, but I know it's important to be able to see is probably first and foremost. So let's slide this way just a touch. All right, load this guy up again. And I'm going to scrape and then, okay, that was a little more deliberate, a little more, I was focused on what I was doing. Amazing how that helps, isn't it? Isn't it just? And it is, my nail is small enough, the image is big enough that I can turn it. I don't have to put it on diagonal, or yeah, the diagonal. I can go ahead and do this horizontal, whatever you feel like. For some reason I'm feeling horizontal. So did you see there how I decided where I wanted it and then just went straight in? Got it done. Okay, now we have a cute little striped nail. Okay, so for the pinky, I'm planning on doing something a little bit plaid. So let's clean this up here. Make sure it's dry. Get the green on here. Okay, give it a scrape. Right, ready to go real quick. Get on there. Now we're going to come over here and I'm going to decide where I like it. Let's flip it around so those little ones are on the bottom. And if there's voids, I'm not going to worry too much about them. Okay, so now I like where that is. Just go. Give it a little wiggle. Make sure it's going to let go gently so I don't split my jelly. There we go. Got our green. So now let's give this a quick little clean up. And we're going to use our yellow. So it's coordinating with that first one we did, right? But same but different. Same but different. Now this one we're going up and down the nail. So just keep that in mind when you're deciding what you're going to use, how long your nail is, etc. Scrape and that quick little bloop. Might have been too quick, got some voids. I want to do that one more time, guys, sorry. The voids aren't a big deal when you're dealing with, you know, light on light and plaid and stuff. It would probably just disappear, but for the sake of doing it one more time, it's worth it. So when I come back over to pick this up after I scrape, I'm going to be a little bit slower. I was a little too fast, but I still want to be deliberate. Ooh, did I get enough without the voids? Let's see. Where is my little nail? There he is. Totally did. Okay. I'm going to clean off over here because that's possibly the area I want to use. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to come down a little bit. Like the spot, own it. Okay, got a little rock here. Make sure that it's letting go. Super cute. Okay, let's do one more. Let's take it one step further. This little one. Let's give it a little bit of white too. I want it to be really fine though. So either this one or this one. I think I'm going to try this one and we'll turn it, see how that works. Okay. Ooh, my white's a little goopy. I might be regretting not thinning that guy. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Got away with it. Probably not going to get away with it next time though. Okay, is this going to work? I think this is going to work. Let's do it. Pick your spot and own it. Give a little wiggle. And now we've got the little white in there too, that little brightness. That's really pretty. This one eventually is going to have a pomegranate over top of it. So I think that'll be a nice little base. Okay, so all that said, now we're going to do a quick top coat on these. I'm always cleaning up in between. It's just a habit. Okay, now we're going to do a top coat. I'm going to do a shine top coat, but if you wanted to, you could always do matte. And I have another set that I may do a video on that one, where I did do matte in this case instead of shine. But this is basically just to seal all this work in, first and foremost. But also, when you're stamping over top of other stamping, you can often see those, let's just call them, I don't know, they're like a line of demarcation. You can see the texture of the polish below in that image. And not ideal when you're, coming along to stamp another image over top and you kind of see all the lines from what's down below. It's just a little bit distracting. So let's go ahead. We're going to combat that with a layer of polish in between, gel in between. Give it a quick cure for the time it takes. And then if you misalign your fruit or whatever's coming next, you've got that opportunity to just go back to this and remove it without having to go back to the very start and even redo your stripes or texture, whatever you've got underneath, right? So it's worth it. It is worth it. It has saved me many times, especially if what you're coming along with next has a bunch of layers too, right? Okay. And into the lamp. All right. So while we're waiting for those to cure, why don't we start with, let's start with this guy. We are going to do the coolest pineapple with this one. Now we're done with this plate, so I'm going to get it out of the way and move the new star over. So we're going to use this guy. We're going to use the strawberries. We're going to use the kiwis. We're going to use this guy and probably the lemon as well. We'll see how many we get through. I'll have to maybe timestamp these so that if you don't give a rip about a pomegranate, you don't have to watch me do one. Okay, just freshening up my sticky pad. I'm going to grab my yellow. This is our pineapple up here, and we have two options with this pineapple for what we want our second layer to be. I'm going to go with this little squiggly one, but let's get our yellow first. So I'm just going to use 233. That's what I was using for our stripes too. I'm just going to use 233 for my cute little pineapple. And I'm going to put him right near the free edge so that I've got room for all his splendor up top with the spikies, right? Okay, and I'm going to use, oh, not onto the green yet. Let's do our second layer, and that is with 246. It's just a really cool kind of mustardy color. It'll be perfect for that. Right over top, nice and light. And after I scrape, I don't wait, because you know that that is some seriously thin polish and it's immediately starting to cure. Okay, give that a little wiggle. Okay, now we're ready for our first layer of green. There's 2 layers of green. You don't have to do both if you don't want to. You could just pick your fave and do one of them, or you can layer them up with a couple of different greens. Totally up to you. Get rid of those extras though. Don't want them on our nail. If they do get on the nail, as long as they're not on another part that you've stamped, you can always clean it off. Okay, this is going to be a little bit too long, so I'm just going to use my thumb. Take off a tiny bit of the bottom of that so that it doesn't go all the way off the top, because I really like that image, so I don't want it to disappear. The kind of loops up here, it's cute. And let's use 256. That same color. Let's do it. I like how bright it is, so it'll just brighten this image up a little bit with the second layer there. Okay, that one was easy to clean off. Love that. Now, do we want to do the same thing here? Let's do it. Just going to take off a tiny bit of that. It can come down over our pineapple a little bit, like that. Okay, now this one is ready for our design gel. So let's go ahead and do it. Just going to grab a detail brush. I've got a KoKo&Claire detail brush here. Grab my design gel. Just a lovely thick gel. And all I'm going to do is swoop in here, stick my brush all the way in. Brilliant. Don't do that. Stick your brush in and get a glob, and then just kind of roll it off onto that stamped area. Let's clean up my mess that I made a little bit here, so we don't have gel absolutely everywhere. That's not okay. And now all I'm going to do is spread this all over my stamped image. Make sure that I cover all of the polish. And don't worry about the polish, it's dry. It dries almost immediately after you scrape and stamp it on that nail. It's dry very quickly. So that's not going to be an issue. I'm just going to twirl this a little bit, make sure there's no brush sticking out from being in that design gel pot there. Splay out those bristles a little. Okay, make sure you get right to those edges, because if you end up having to use your polish remover, you don't want to take off the outsides of your image. Okay, now we just need a little bit more here. do the spiky stuff up top. Just going to go up and pull down, and then probably go down and pull up. And again, want to make sure that I encapsulate those little loops up there so I don't lose them. And now we'll just organize that texture that we've put there and give it some direction without leaving spikes. Okay, we've also got these loopies that are going left to right here. So I think I'm just gonna kind of give that motion to accentuate those and go along with what's there. And now that guy's done. And we've got this really neat, textured, elevated image. It just makes it special without having to draw it from scratch. Because I don't know about you guys, I know a lot of you can absolutely take a paintbrush and draw this like it's nothing. Some of us cannot. So this just makes things a little quicker, a little easier for doing on yourself. And if you're a nail technician and working on clients, then you know how time is money. They want something that's special. This is special. Feels elevated. Okay, so that needs to go into the lamp and get cured. And we're ready to do another nail. So let's put that to the side. We'll put all our caps on and such. Bring these guys all back because they've all been cured now. And what are we going to do next? Let's do the strawberries next. Let's do strawberries on there. So I'm going to grab 2 colors for strawberries. Now, strawberries are right at the top here. This little guy. Maybe we should zoom in a little bit more. Okay. Our strawberries are right up here. Okay. So there's 2 in one color and 3 in another. And if you look here on your spec sheet, you can see that here. Okay. So let's use 136 for the 3. Those guys. Okay, give it a scrape. Be ready to go right in behind. Nice and light. We're picking those all up at once. So it's easy to place. I'm going to stay over here to the side. Plunk those on. Let's do the other color first. You could do the details and also like the little seeds and then the tops if you wanted, or we can split it up. This is 65. Go in there and pick that up. Making it a little awkward for myself with all these polishes around, but it's doable. And this guy just slips right in beside. And really, wherever you want it. Higher, lower, doesn't matter. You decide. And now we're going to come with the little dots. Let's use the cream so they really stand out. Or you could use the yellow. Either way, that's going to look good. They're really tiny though, so let's use the cream. Get right in there. So light, rolling over top. Lighter the better. Now this is just going over top of our red ones, the first ones we did. Forget to breathe. Okay, let's do the same here for these. And I think, honestly, yeah, the yellow or this cream, either will show on both of these bases, I think. And I should show you here too. I just realized it's kind of off camera, but I always have a cotton with a little bit of plate cleaner on it that I just wipe my scraper when I come and set it down, just so that things don't get goopy or I end up with it on my arms and my shirt. You just have to be a little bit mindful of those things and plan so that you don't end up with polish everywhere. All right, so for the tops of these guys, are we going to stay consistent with this same green? I think we should. 256. Let's do it. It'll look cute. It'll look bright, and it's going to match those guys, right? Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to do this twice. You could do these two different colors too if you wanted. Make them look a little contrasty. A couple of different colors of strawberries. So really, if you change them up, I don't think it really matters. Just take your time, line those guys up. And there's our tops. They don't stand out too much, do they? So let's grab this darker one, 87. And let's do it again. See if we can get away with doing it right on top. If it doesn't pick up fully, then it just kind of ends up being like a watercolor situation, right? Oh, those picked up really well. Okay, right over top. Right over top-ish. Yeah, that's better. Now we can see them on the background, right? Before they were just kind of disappearing because it was the same color. That makes sense. Let's just use the bright one then, the darker one, for the two. Okay, pop these guys in. And then this one's ready for our design gel. Our little strawberries. All different colors. Bring our design gel in again. Okay. Feel free to fast forward. This is pretty easy to do. A little bloop wherever you've got a berry. Couple little swipes wherever you've got the greenery. And it just kind of brings them to life. Always a little bit mindful also about not leaving barbs so that they're little bits sticking up, because you know that would be super irritating if you had something that was, you know, catching on your hair or catching the whole time you're wearing them. So just be a little bit mindful of that. Okay, we're getting there. So this one I'm just going to go ahead and give a couple little pulls up the top there. And this one, just going to give it a little wiggle to the point. And again, cover the green up top. Just going to wiggle out a little bit more here. Sticky stuff for this one right here. Okay, and the green. Make sure we're covering up all that red. I believe this one still needs to be done over here. Make sure there's nothing sharp. I just take a look from the side. You see how there's one right there? Make sure that's laying down. If you don't get them all laying down, don't fret about it, because you can afterwards just come with a buffer and take off anything that might be sticking up or a little bit sharp. But for the time it takes to just look from the side and give it a little clean up, it's pretty easy. Okay, that one's ready for the lamp. Actually, I don't think I put this one in the lamp yet either, did I? It can go over there too. And we'll cover this up again until we're ready for it. Totally up to you whether you do that each time or do all your fruit and then do all your gel at the end. Time saving if you're a tech, that would probably be more time efficient. Okay, let's do some kiwis. These are so cute. These are so cute. Love me a yummy kiwi. Okay, so these are the kiwis right here. And you're going to start with this same green. We're going to put this one on the pink. I think I'll just pop on the pink. And I'm going to pick up both. Let's see if we can get away with doing both. Okay, well, that picked up nicely. Now, I don't think I want them completely that far apart. They're designed to go like separately, but I'm just being lazy. So I'm just going to pop this one down first. So just keep an eye on your jelly. Okay, so that's down. We don't need to go any further for that one. And then this one will just go up a little bit higher. But where we want it, not where they were separated on the plate. There. Super cute. Now, do I want to do that twice? I think I kind of do. Only because we can kind of see the shadows of the lines in there. Once we get the center and the out, probably not going to see it, but what if I do? That's just going to annoy me. So for the seconds that it takes, let's just go ahead and do this one more time. Got away without cleaning it. Can often get away without cleaning it, but not always. Don't count on it. Okay, that one's down. And now that one's down. And it's just much more opaque, right? Okay, so centers, we need our cream. We'll see if we have to do this one twice. I'm not sure. Depends how much we want it to pop, I guess. Let's see how she comes out. And with these, you can't really do it wrong, right? It's not like it has to be in exactly a perfect spot. So I'll just come and pop that as close to center. Pop that. They look like green eggs. Green eggs and ham. Oh, I think that cream is plenty. And then for the seeds, I'm going to use 217, this really beautiful deep dark green. And we'll use that for the outline as well. So seeds first. I'm just going to scrape them away from the outline so I don't get polish in there and then have to clean that before I can pick those up. Work smarter, not harder. Okay. And I'm just going to put these down separately as well. Just around the outside of the cream. And you can see it coming together. I don't know if you can hear my cat. She really wants to come in and help me. But close the door and a kitty just wants in, right? Don't lock me out. I want to be in there with you. Okay, I don't love that upper one. It's kind of splotchy. So let's get rid of that. We'll just place the bottom one. Whoop, shake it in there, Deb. Okay, so we've got one. Let's see, maybe we can get away without cleaning this guy too. Okay. Get right in there. Much better. Okay, glad we did that a second time. And just take your time. Find your spot and give it a little wiggle. Okay. Design gel. These will be super easy because they're just great big circles. Take a huge splotch, roll it on here. I try not to lift up and down too much so that you don't put a bunch of air bubbles in there. I want to make sure I get right out to those edges. Because the other thing you don't want is you don't want that polish wearing off while you're wearing the design. Right? Because if you don't have a top coat on it, the likelihood of it wearing off is pretty significant. Maybe I'm going to need way more for this one. But let's just roll that little blob on there. Let's grab another one right away. There. Okay, just kind of meld those two together. Gosh, I hope this is focused because I've got my upper camera going and I don't have a monitor, so fingers crossed. Okay, let's take a little bit more. I want to give it a little bit of height. A little bit more. And I don't want to leave it too kind of rough so that you can't really make out the seeds and stuff below, right? So just keep it smooth. Check and see if we have any pointies, and it looks pretty good. So that guy's also ready for the lamp. We'll give everybody another go. Just gonna clean this off. I will just use one of these cottons. These are our new cottons. Okay, what do we got left? We have a lemon and a kiwi. No, not a kiwi. We just did the kiwi. A lemon and a pomegranate. That's what it is. So what do you want to do first? Let's do the pomegranate. Let's do a cute little pomegranate. And what color are we using for pomegranate? Kind of want, what do I want? Something pinky. Oh, that's perfect. Let's do that guy. 133. 133. And where's our pomegranate? Right up here. I know it's not the color of a pomegranate, but I don't know, to do it like just a really deep red just seems loud. So I'm just going to change it a little bit. We're going to take our liberties with the pomegranate. Go right in the center. And the next thing we're going to put down is cream. And then we're going to do our seeds nice and dark. That 136. Same one we used for our strawberries. Okay, so there's that center. And that's going to make our seeds pop big time. Okay. And now we grab our seeds. And then there's one more little dot that we're going to do that goes right at the base of that pomegranate. I see fuzz. See, that's the little dot that we're going to be picking up this next time for our stem. Okay. Look at that. So cute. Okay, but now we're going to go pick up this little dot here. I am going to clean it out because it's one teeny tiny little dot. We need our best chance. Best foot forward. Okay, so this is 217. I don't know if I said that when we were doing the kiwi, that dark one. 217. Look at that little guy. Realistically, you can just pick up any little dot and use it. It wouldn't matter. But look how that finishes it off. One little dot. All the difference in the world. Just grounds it, doesn't it? Okay. I know it's probably driving everybody nuts that I'm doing this each time, but fast forward. Beautiful, beautiful invention. Okay, roll that off on there. We'll get it spread around. Protect our pretty little pink pomegranate. Make sure we get that stem. Don't want to lose him. Let's grab some more. Okay. Just going to guide it up there. Top of the pomegranate. So you can see how little skill is required to really make this look super cute, right? I don't want to gatekeep, but look how cute. Okay, wait, this guy's like gonna take somebody out. This little bird here. There we go. There we go. Into the lamp. Into the lamp. Now, I have not tried this over top of regular polish. If somebody has, please comment below, because I don't see why you couldn't put this over top of regular polish and cure it. As long as the polish is dry, it will stick. Won't stay forever, but it'll stick. Just make sure the polish is dry. And stamping polish dries like that. So as long as your base is completely dry, I don't see why it wouldn't work. So let me know. Let me know what you know. Share your knowledge with the group. Okay, so last thing is our lemon nail. I love lemons. Lemons are my favorite. Lemon anything. I don't care if it's sweet. I don't care if it's savory. Just bring me the lemons. Love them. Okay, so with the lemon guy, I want to do this one because I like how it's a little bit irregular. There are two on here. Here's the other one. And I'm going to use that same yellow, which is 233, in case I didn't say it before. Okay. Where did I threw out my cottons because they were getting goopy. Now it's on my fingers. That's okay. Okay, where'd my nail go? Here we are. Okay, I'm going to go kind of crissy-crossy on this one. Right through the center. Looks cute. Those colors work. Once we get the design gel on top, it'll come to life. It'll pop. But we do have little dots here. I think we'll use this. What was this, 246? Yep. Over you go there, little fella. Pick up those itty bitty dots. It's amazing, though. You look and you're like, oh, there's nothing there. Look closer. Look what's there. And it's amazing the difference that those teeny little dots make. Okay, so let's put a leaf. I love this leaf down here. There's another leaf here that goes with the peach or whatever this is. Maybe it's with the apricot. Not sure. Doesn't matter. You can use whichever leaves you want. So I'm going to use these, and I'm going to use this darker green because I want them to pop. Okay. Clean these guys off. I just love that one of those is open, like a little loop. It's very pretty. we'll pop that there. And to me, it feels, I don't know, it feels a little naked. So I thought, let's do a couple more leaves. Maybe we'll do 2 colors. Let's do this 1 color. We'll flip it around down here. So there's almost like there's something coming from below there. And then let's use this one more time, but with the darker. Put it like so. And then I want something that's going to look like a flower. So you know what we're going to grab? Because I don't have a teeny tiny little white like lemon flower on this plate. But I don't want to go grab another plate. I'm lazy. So I'm going to use number 2. And I'm going to go and grab the tops of the raspberries. Ooh, I think that'll work. I don't want them all though. So let's just take off those 2. And we'll plunk one like that. Turn this one. And plunk him like that. And there we have just a little teeny tiny lemon flower. Ready for design gel. And then we're done. What? That seemed really fast. I don't know why. Should look at my camera. Well, okay, it wasn't fast at all. 52 minutes. Okay, there's going to have to be a disclaimer with this video. We're going to need a disclaimer for sure. Okay, so up I come. Cover up my whole lemon. Definitely going to need some more design gel. Oh, look, there's some sticking up right there saying, pick me. Lay it on there on the side. Literally just smooshing it into position. So you artist people, is this like smooshing? I know what smooshing is, but can we just say smooshing it into position? Is that still accurate? Oh, goodness. Okay, now we need some of this for all of our little extras here, our little leaves. Our little leaves, and then down below our little petals. So let's do the leaves first. Because I'm not really worrying too much about the leaves having a bunch of height. I just want them covered so they don't wear off. So just making sure you touch them with your brush, and then see there's a little kind of a ball left there still. We'll use that for the flower and give it a little bit of height. Let's see if we even notice it. Yeah, totally. So cute. Okay, do we have barbs? Oh, we sure do. On our little flower. There. There. The lemon is the grand finale. So let's cover this up. I'm going to pop this under the light. We'll bring these all out here in a second. I want to give them a 1 minute cure, 45 seconds minimum. But we're going to give them a minute. Just pulled off the extra off my brush. Don't want to leave it in there just because I don't know what I'll use it for next. I don't want a bunch of design gel on it. Okay, get everything closed up and come on back for the big reveal. Actually, stick around, I guess, for the big reveal. There we go. So much fun, so easy to do, and just takes that detail of the stamp and just kind of elevates it a little bit, just makes it a little bit special. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, wow, you're a stamping trooper and a superstar. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.